many of you are familiar with this program, Kahoot program, how we can actually use it in our ESL or EFL classrooms. So I actually have used this program when I was teaching in Nigeria, especially when I was taking general English course or the literature courses that I was having with my students. So this the title of my presentation is going to be Kahoot as an alternative learning tool in English language teaching. So let me move on to the outline. So I'll try to actually move fast as possible, so that I don't want to take too much of your time. So let me give you the outline of my presentation. So first of all, let me admit these people. So I'll provide you brief information about Kahoot, and I'll move on with the introduction part of my presentation. Provide information about literature review, methodology, results, and discussions. And finally, I'll conclude my presentation with the conclusion part. What is Kahoot, actually? Well, if you look at the Kahoot, it's a game-based learning platform used as an educational technology. Actually, since we are living in the age of technology and students are very much engaged, actually, I don't want to use the term addicted, but it may be the right term again, because they use their smartphones, they use their iPads, computers, laptops. So they always, actually, they cannot think about a life without any of these gadgets. So it's an educational tool. It was founded in 2012. It was a joint project. And it was released in March 2013. What do you do as a teacher? Actually, there are several options. I'm going to show you the alternatives as well. You need to register for it if you want to create quizzes. But if you want to be a participant in a quiz, you don't need to register yourself. It attracts 50 million active users monthly. So it's actually, you can see that it's a very popular program. And if you look at the rating in Google Play, it actually received 4.6 out of 5. So it's quite popular, as you'll be able to see. So I have a short video, actually. It's a short video which actually provides information about Kahoot. So it's the title of the video is, what is Kahoot? So let me go ahead and play it for you.
Hi, we're Kahoot. We're on a mission to make learning awesome. Our game-based learning platform is used by millions of people all over the world. Teachers, students, company employees, and lifelong learners. Kahoot makes it easy to create fun learning games or trivia quizzes in minutes, anytime, anywhere. We call them Kahoots. It works for any subject, in any language. You can also discover and play existing games. There are millions of Kahoots in our library. Kahoot can be played in a live setting with questions on a big screen, or on your mobile device where you see questions and answers on one screen. As well as in schools, Kahoot is played in companies, at events, and even parties to make learning awesome. Sign up today at kahoot.com. Let's play!
So this is actually a very informative video on how to take it. So let me move on with the introduction part of my presentation. Okay. So the purpose of learning English is to train students who can communicate with sufficient levels of skills in listening, speaking, and reading and writing. And this is actually our main purpose as teachers, because we want to impart knowledge to our students in these 4 different skills. According to Bala, in 2017, teaching English in schools is essential not only academically, but also using it for various purposes, such as business goals, communication, reading, foreign literature, or other types. In fact, at the beginning of the workshop, when I delivered this short speech on the importance of English, we provided many examples on different areas, diverse areas in which we use English. This is also taken from a research conducted by Beke, Andra, and Hamudin in 2017, saying there are many factors that indicate that English instruction is vital in communication and practice throughout the world. And Muhammad, on the other hand, in 2018, highlighted the function of English as a vehicle for interaction and communication tools. And furthermore, English language teachers and specialists in schools can implement strategies so that teaching and learning English will be natural and straightforward. Kahoot can actually, soon I'll be showing you 4 different uses of Kahoot, but mainly you can use it after delivering the topic. You can use it as a revision tool, even in the final part of the lecture, or if you wanted to, you can use Kahoot in the next step before you're introducing a new topic. To this end, the use of appropriate learning medium will have a positive impact on the learning process and increase student learning achievement. If you have had a chance of using this Kahoot, in fact, students show very much positive attitude when it comes to using it. And actually, it helps them feel motivated as well. According to Buckingham in 2007, media on education is an essential dimension of technology. So technology is very much part of our lives. So the question is, how well can be implemented or integrated into our teaching? Ahmed in 2012 claimed that the exposure of the EFL students to educational technologies can have a favorable impact in improving accent patterns in individual English words, boosting their writing skills. And as students are quite skillful and proficient in using technological devices such as laptops, computers, iPads, and cannot visualize a life without any of these gadgets, use of suitable educational software or platform can prove to be effective and efficient in achieving learning objectives. In view of this study will explore the potential benefits of using Kahoot learning platform as an alternative learning strategy or learning tool. It's better to put it in this way. Numerous academic researchers have been dedicated on the use of the Kahoot learning program in courses in diverse fields of study. I mean, you can use it in many fields. Not only actually it's limited to English or language learning. Al-Hadithi in 2018 strongly believes that Kahoot can develop students' intrinsic motivation and further adds that there was a marked increase in active learning, student involvement, self-efficacy, independent learning, and an increase in the result of summative assessment after integrating Kahoot. You can also use the Kahoot for assessment as well. It can also be used as an assessment tool. Medina, on the other hand, in 2017, considered Kahoot as a tool for vocabulary teaching and learning in English classes, and observes that the use of Kahoot in the learning process can increase student motivation for learning and boost student vocabulary. And Bison in 2018 claimed that Kahoot platform can be used effectively for gamification of lessons by rendering students more ambitious and highly motivated. Methodology of this study, the methodology that we adopted was a qualitative descriptive research, and data collected from several related books of literature on the application of Kahoot online media in English classrooms. As the researchers generally believe, Kahoot is a game-based learning platform which gained popularity as an efficient teaching tool and is being used by millions of people all over the world. This application is mainly used in existing teaching process by teachers or lecturers in the ELT classes to help the learning process run efficiently. According to Levy in 2014 and Luttrell in 2019, qualitative descriptive research makes use of numbers or concepts in order to reveal detailed descriptions of phenomena. So let me move on. How about the results part? The results of the study, after scanning through the several studies related to using Kahoot online-based applications as a medium of teaching, and as a medium of teaching and learning, indicate that Kahoot offers many advantages such as free learning, platform-based games, and vigorous educational technology. By playing Kahoot, learning becomes quite engaging and captivating, and students actively participate in the learning process and show no signs of boredom or indifference. Kahoot can also be used as a formative assessment tool for teachers. It can assist teachers in monitoring each student's progress towards achievement of learning outcomes and help to identify their strengths and as well as their weaknesses. More experienced teachers also integrate Kahoot into their curriculum to introduce new topics. It also can be used to introduce new topics, improve retention of new facts, revise before exams, challenge classes around the world. Actually, you can also create a competitive environment. You can use it for opinion surveys and gather insights and facilitate discussion or to reward and restore learners' energy in the study. So as you can see, it has various uses. Kahoot will also prove to be pretty indispensable and crucial in language courses, particularly courses related to English language teaching. ELT teachers and course coordinators can integrate it into the classroom with the intention of increasing motivation, student involvement, and thus engage them in the learning process. This game-based learning platform can be used to create appropriate content and provide students with feedback in a beneficial and timely manner. If you're, for example, using it for quiz purposes, you can get an immediate feedback, and students actually will be able to see the achievement. Kahoot can be used from any device. You can use it. You can use it as through the website or the application, download application, and making learning fun and inclusive in all contexts. And also you can use it for all ages. ELT. So there are 4 different uses of Kahoot that we ELT teachers can utilize. We can introduce it entirely new material through carefully structured questions based on teachers' lesson plan, or to create multiple choice questions related to class content, either using it as a means of practicing the topic or making revisions. We can also use it to assess student progress and receive immediate feedback. We already mentioned about that. So it is actually not very difficult to create Kahoot. All you have to do is to visit kahoot.com and sign up for it. And then once you sign up for it, you can actually, you're ready to create. For the creation of the Kahoot, you can visit create.kahoot.it. So it actually gives you 4 options of account type. You can actually sign in. You can choose as a teacher. You can join as a teacher, as a student, a personal or professional. You can create an account by signing up using your email address and creating a password. You can also go ahead and create content of your choice, as Kahoot offers the following several game options. Multiple choice quizzes. This is one option. You can also create jumbos. You can drag and drop game. You can also generate discussion. You can also survey the audience.
Dr. Alpaslan.
Yeah.
Is there any mobile phone beside your laptop? Or probably it is creating an echo. Is there any mobile phone or other device, electronic device?
Okay.
It is creating the echo. Okay. Thank you.
So is it better now?
It is now fine. It is now fine.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you for informing me. So this is another video on how to create Kahoot. So it's a short one, but it's going to be helpful. All right, so creating a Kahoot code is not very challenging, it's very easy. Uh, how do we play it once we created it? It's also playing it is very easy. There's another video, a short one. I'm going to play it, and it's going to provide us information about how to play Kahoot.
This video is to give you a preview of how to play Kahoot. So what you're looking at here is a test mode, which displays both my screen, which will be projected through Zoom, and the screen that you will see on your smartphone, which here is displayed on the left. So I'm going to open up a classic game. So there are a few options you can turn on and off. I've already preset them. So we're going to go with this how to play Kahoot. So here the lobby is open and we have a pin. So go to game pin. Now to get to this screen, you can go to kahoot.it and you'll see this. You can do this on the browser on your smartphone, or if you have the Kahoot app, you can just click enter pin and you'll get here as well. So the code is 37112. You click enter. Then you write your name, whatever name you like. So there we go. Now I'm playing as the participant and also as the host. I'll click start. So how to play Kahoot. So the first question we're going to see is a multiple choice. This is the most common question that you'll see. So you'll see a picture, you'll see a question, and then you'll have to select one of the options that will be randomized. So in this case, you don't click here because this is going to be the Zoom screen. You would click on your smartphone. So the answer to this one is option 1. There's a timer, which is almost out. So I'm going to click this one. And it tells me how many people got the answer correct and the ones that got it incorrect and how many people selected which answer. It doesn't give out the names of who did what, but on the next screen, what you'll see is you'll see a list of names, usually the top 5, the points that they accumulated, and after every question, it'll show the names rising up and down. So you start off with the potential 1,000 points, which is received if you answer absolutely immediately. So even if you have the right answer, it matters that you get the right answer as quickly as possible because it'll get you more points. So, okay, the next type of question here is a puzzle. So put the numbers in the correct order. So here you can see they're randomized 4 options. Again, a picture and a question. So what we need to do is place them. So we have 1, we drag 1 up here, 2 is green, so we click it over here, 3 is gold, put it over there, and finally blue is 4. Okay, so we're now done. We click this button and we see, okay, it'll tell you what percentage got it right or wrong. I got it correct. So we move on to the next one. So there you go. My score is tabulated as well as everyone else's. The last and least common that we're going to be using is an open-ended question where you actually have to write in the answer. So what month is it? You just type it in. So we're in May, M-A-Y, and send. And there you go. The answer is correct. It will play, the timer will continue as long as there are people that haven't answered the question, but if everybody's answered the question, it'll automatically go to the next screen. I click next, and then it'll tell me if you get 3 or more in a row, it'll give you a hot streak. Oh, this strike through is if there's any people that have like bad names as the presenter, you can cancel them and then they have to rejoin. And even if you happen to join late to one of the rounds, you can always just put in this code and join in the middle of a quiz. Okay, so that's it. That's how you play Kahoot.
Okay, so as you can see, it's quite easy to create and play Kahoot in our language classes. So let me move on to the discussion part. Researchers across the globe have studied the impact of using Kahoot in the classroom on the student learning outcomes. We will be looking at some of the findings that they have. They believe that Kahoot has a positive effect on learning from kindergarten through college by boosting engagement, participation, and motivation. And as you can see, yes, you can use it in all levels, almost in all levels, from kindergarten all the way to college. It also fosters favorable attitudes in the classroom by improving classroom dynamics, creating a safer, more positive learning environment. It also enables teachers to measure the standards, the understanding of materials that were covered more accurately through quizzes and surveys. So you can use it, as you mentioned, you can use it for revisional purposes. It also empowers teachers with the ability to perform a formative assessment of the whole class at one time without putting students on the spot. That's also another benefit of Kahoot. So we arrive at the conclusion part. It was observed that Kahoot gave students more opportunities to engage with lecturer, peers, and lecture content. Also helped in creating a learning experience that was described as fun, which contributed to useful classroom engagement dynamics. Students felt that Kahoot captured their focus and interest during the course, but was also timely for a lot of breaks. This was particularly necessary for reflection on lectures, class discussion, especially in the lectures that were longer than 1 hour. The outcomes suggest that Kahoot motivated students to be engaged and encourage interaction in the classroom. Students conceded that Kahoot's use in the course had a positive impact on knowledge and skills they attained. The findings suggest that the use of educational games in the classroom is likely to minimize distractions, thereby improving the quality of teaching and learning beyond what is provided in conventional classrooms. And finally, however, there's a need for a larger scale follow-up work to validate these effects. These are some of the references that I included in this study. And this actually I can wrap up. Thank you very much for your time and patience. Well, that actually brings us